Two couples from New Zealand who survived a helicopter crash in Queensland have praised their pilot as a hero as authorities begin their investigations into the collision between two helicopters. The couples were on a scenic helicopter tour on the Gold Coast when the chopper crashed into another helicopter mid-air, killing 4 people and injuring 3 more. The New Zealanders state that they are completely devastated by the horrific accident and thanked the pilot who landed the helicopter safely. Aviation experts say at this stage it appears there was not a mechanical fault with the aircraft and are investigating all factors involved.
Smiling faces holding their ticket for a joy flight that should have been a happy holiday memory for Nicholas and his mum, Vanessa, but ended in disaster minutes later, their helicopter falling from the sky seconds after it took off, killing Vanessa and 3 others. Grief now echoing through the family's Western Sydney community.
Full of love for everyone, her family, her neighbours, her friends.
Vanessa's husband Simon telling Nine News she was the most loving, kind-hearted, caring angel. She would always put other people first and do anything to make other people happy. A well-known event planner, Vanessa created some of her clients' most treasured moments. Falling in love. Those she worked with paying tribute to the most beautiful soul with a heart of gold, as Simon is forced to close her business. Their 10-year-old son Nicholas now undergoing a series of surgeries to save his life. His father, who witnessed the horror from the ground, now by his side, asking for all your prayers to bring my little man back to me.
Nicky's just the most amazing kid as well. He goes to school with my daughter and it's just really sad and tragic what's happened to him.
Families gathering at the Glenmore Park Church where Nicholas is an altar boy, next to the school where he is due to start Year 5. Leon De Silva's stepdad also holding his breath, the 9-year-old still in an induced coma with a long fight ahead.
That's pretty tough.
Leon's mum Winnie seriously injured but awake and talking.
She remembers the whole thing. She was talking about the pilot and how hard he was working to try and avoid the crash. There was a guy pouring water over her because she had aviation fuel pouring over her face. So he was pouring seawater over to dilute that.
Bloodied and bandaged, suffering shrapnel wounds, the pilot of the second helicopter, Michael James, limped from the wreckage, surrounded by paramedics and the walking wounded. 5 passengers that he landed safely. Among them 2 couples from New Zealand celebrating the new year on the Gold Coast. Elmari and Rianne Steenberg and Edward and Marley Swart all recovering and sure to survive. For those who weren't so lucky, a candlelit vigil at sunset and a foreshore filled with flowers laid by workers, witnesses and strangers touched by the tragedy, with sightseeing helicopters back in the air above the scene. Police divers still scouring for clues, part of a painstaking investigation that could take months before 4 grieving families get any answers.